Let's review this homework problem. The first thing that I'm going to do in order to solve the problem is write a balanced equation. So calcium hydroxide and nitric acid are going to react, and this is a double displacement reaction. So the hydrogen from the acid and the hydroxide from the calcium hydroxide are going to make the water. And that means the calcium will combine with the nitrate to make calcium nitrate. And then we need to balance the equation, and that's going to take a 2 in front of the nitric acid and a 2 in front of the water. So now in the problem itself, it tells us that we're looking for the molarity of the calcium hydroxide. So there's our unknown. And then it tells us that we mix the calcium hydroxide with 115 milliliters of a nitric acid solution, and we have its concentration. So I'm going to write those underneath the formula for the substance they describe. So 115 milliliters of a 0.0067 molar nitric acid solution mixes with 428 milliliters of a calcium hydroxide whose molarity we don't know. Okay, so we're going to solve this in 3 steps like we've done all of our stoichiometry problems, and the first one is going to make use of the molarity formula, which is molarity equals moles divided by liters. And we're going to start with the nitric acid information. Hopefully that's obvious because it's the one without the question mark. So we're going to have 0.0067 molar equals X, and then at the bottom we're going to have the volume, which is 0.115 liters, and we would multiply those two together in order to get the moles, and those will be moles of nitric acid, which we would know because we're given the milliliters and the molarity of the nitric acid. Our next step will be to change moles of HNO3 to moles of calcium hydroxide, and we'll do that using the coefficients. So this is going to be a 1 and this is going to be a 2, and that will give us the moles of calcium hydroxide. And then the question's asking us to find molarity, and again that will be moles divided by liters. So we're going to take the answer that we get here and we're going to divide it by the milliliters of calcium hydroxide changed into liters. So again, moving that decimal point 3 places to the left. And when we divide those two, we'll have our answer. So I'm going to multiply 0.0067 and 0.115, and that's going to give me 7.7 times 10 to the negative 4. And then I'm going to divide that by 2, and that's going to give me 3.85 times 10 to the negative 4. And then I'm going to divide that by 0.428, and that's going to give me the answer, which is 0.00090 molar.